What if I told you that the reason you drift when you walk, that quiet pull to one side, that little moment of hesitation before your body decides which way is straight, has almost nothing to do with your legs at all? And what if I told you that the real reason is something your body has quietly stopped doing well, something nobody has ever sat you down and explained in plain words? Because here is what I see happen, over and over again. Someone starts drifting when they walk. They start reaching for the wall when they stand up. Their body hesitates in ways it simply never used to. So they go to the doctor, and they hear the same handful of phrases every single time. Watch your step. Hold the railing. Slow down. Maybe it's just your age. And so they go home, maybe try a few leg exercises, and nothing really changes. The drifting continues. The hesitation continues. And little by little, they start to accept it as just the way things are now. I'm here today to tell you it does not have to be that way. I'm going to explain, in plain and simple language, what is actually happening inside your body when you start to walk crooked or feel unsteady. And then I'm going to walk you through 8 gentle exercises that go after the real problem directly. No gym, no equipment, just a wall, a sturdy chair, and a little under 12 minutes a day. My name is Dr. Julian Wells, and I've spent years helping people in their 70s and 80s get their steadiness and their confidence back. So stay with me, because this one matters. Before we get into it, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and tap that button and turn on the little bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. And if you find this video helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know to make more like it. If you didn't, type 0 and tell me how I can do better for you. Your feedback genuinely shapes what I make next. All right, let's talk about what's really going on. Here is the truth that most people never get told. When you start to drift or wobble or feel that little flicker of uncertainty with each step, the problem is almost never coming from your legs. Your legs are usually doing their job just fine. The real issue is higher up, and it's about something most people don't even know they have. Tucked at the base of your skull, right at the back, sits a part of your brain called the cerebellum. Think of it as your body's balance command center. Every single second that you are standing or walking, it is quietly taking in information from 3 places at once. From your inner ears, which sense the position and motion of your head. From your eyes, which tell you where you are in the room. And from tiny sensors buried in your muscles, joints, and especially the back of your neck, which constantly report where your body is in space. Your brain takes all 3 of those streams of information, blends them together in an instant, and makes hundreds of tiny corrections you never even feel. That's what keeps you walking in a straight line. When all 3 streams are coming in clearly, you don't think about walking at all. You just walk. But here's the thing about getting older. Those 3 signals can each get a little quieter, a little fuzzier over the years. The inner ear loses some of its sensitivity, the eyes change, and those position sensors in your feet and your neck start sending weaker, slower signals than they used to. Your brain is still trying its best, but now it's working with static instead of a clear picture. And when the picture gets fuzzy, your brain starts to hesitate. That hesitation is exactly what you feel as drifting, wobbling, and that need to reach for the wall. Now here is the part that changes everything, and it's the part nobody bothers to tell you. Your brain can be retrained. The balance system is not a part you wear out and throw away. It is a skill. And like any skill, it responds to the right kind of practice. When you challenge it correctly, gently, and consistently, those fuzzy signals get sharper. The connections get faster. Your brain starts trusting the ground again. So fixing this means 2 things working together. First, we have to loosen up the neck and shoulders, because that's where so many of your body's position sensors live, and chronic tightness up there muffles the very signals your balance system depends on. And second, we have to retrain the brain directly with movements that wake those balance pathways back up. That is exactly what these 8 exercises are built to do. We're going to work in 2 groups today. Group 1 releases the tension in your neck and opens up that flow of information. Group 2 trains your balance system directly. You need both. They are partners. Let's begin. Group 1. The neck and signal release exercises. Exercise 1. The base of neck rotation release. Why does this matter? The spot where your neck meets your upper back is one of the most common places to carry years of built-up stiffness. And that exact area is packed with the position sensors your brain relies on to know where your head is. When that zone is locked up, the signal gets muffled. This movement gently wakes it up. Here's how you do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight. Gently drop your chin slightly toward your chest. Now place two fingertips against the bony bump at the very base of your neck, that prominent little knob where your neck meets your upper back. Slowly rotate your head to the right, using your fingertips to give just a little gentle guiding pressure in the same direction. Move only as far as feels comfortable. You want a mild, pleasant stretch, never any pain. Hold gently at that end point for 3 or 4 seconds. Then slowly come back to center. Now repeat to the left. Do 5 slow repetitions on each side, once in the morning, once in the evening. Most people find their range of motion gradually opening up over the first week or two as that old stiffness begins to melt away. Exercise 2. The side of neck stretch. Why does this matter? There's a large diagonal muscle that runs from just behind your ear all the way down to your collarbone. It is one of the most overworked muscles in the entire body. It carries the weight of your head all day long. When it stays tight, it pulls on everything around it and keeps your neck stiff, which dampens those position signals even more. Here's how you do it. Place one hand flat against your collarbone on one side and press down very gently to anchor the skin and muscle there. Now slowly tilt your head toward the opposite shoulder and lift your chin just a touch upward. You should feel a clear, satisfying stretch running all the way down the side of your neck. Hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing slowly and steadily the whole time. Do not pull or yank. Just let gravity and a little time do the work for you. Slowly come back to center and repeat on the other side. 2 gentle repetitions on each side per session. Exercise 3. The neck self-massage. Why does this matter? Stretching lengthens a muscle, but it doesn't always reach the deeper tension that builds up over years and years. Massage gets into that deeper layer, the kind of tightness that quietly keeps your neck guarded and stiff long after stretching alone has done its part. Here's how you do it. Using the fingertips of both hands, start right at the base of your skull. Apply firm, slow circles, working your way gently down both sides of your neck toward the shoulders. Spend about 60 to 90 seconds on each side. As you go, you'll notice some spots feel tighter or more tender than others. Linger there a little longer, not digging in hard, but applying steady, patient pressure until you feel the tissue start to soften under your fingers. Do this once a day, ideally in the morning, right before or after your first 2 neck exercises. That's group 1. You've opened the pathway. Now let's train the brain. Group 2. The balance system training exercises. Exercise 4. The slow motion straight line walk. Why does this matter? Before you can fix your walking, you have to slow it down enough for your brain to actually pay attention to each step. When you walk at normal speed, momentum carries you along and hides all your little weak spots. Slow motion walking strips that momentum away and forces every muscle and every balance signal to work with full attention. This is where the retraining really begins. Here's how you do it. Find a clear hallway. Put one hand lightly on the wall if you'd like a little support to start. Now begin walking at the slowest pace you can possibly manage, so slow that each single step takes a full 3 to 4 seconds. Lift your foot deliberately. Pause for a moment in the air. Reach your heel slightly forward and lower it to the floor with complete control. Feel your weight roll through your whole foot before you take the next step. Walk 10 slow steps forward. Turn carefully, using small marching steps. Then walk 10 steps back. That's 1 set. Do 3 sets. Here's what to focus on. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead, not down at your feet. This is important. Your balance system needs to learn to work while your eyes are looking where you're going, not babysitting your feet. And if you feel a little wobble during this exercise, good. That wobble is your brain actively working, actively recalibrating. That's not a problem. That is the entire point. A little progress tip. Once this feels smooth and easy, try it on carpet, then on hardwood. That small change in surface forces your nervous system to adapt, and that's exactly what builds steadiness for the real world. Exercise 5. The heel-to-toe walk. Why does this matter? This one directly trains the exact kind of walking that causes the most stumbles, narrow spaces, stepping carefully around furniture, moving through a tight hallway. It builds your balance while you are actually moving, which is a completely different and more important skill than just standing still. Here's how you do it. Stand at one end of a clear hallway, one hand lightly touching the wall. Place your right foot directly in front of your left, so the heel of your right foot nearly touches the toes of your left. Then, step your left foot forward the same way, heel almost touching toe, walking along one straight imaginary line. Take 10 careful steps forward. Turn carefully. Take 10 steps back. That's one set. Do 2 sets. What to focus on. Keep your eyes forward, not down. Move slowly, with full control. And if you need to touch the wall for a second to steady yourself, that's completely fine. Touch it and keep going. Consistency matters here far, far more than perfection. A progress tip. As this gets easier, try crossing your arms over your chest instead of holding them out for balance. That takes away the arm helper and forces your core and your ankles to do the stabilizing work themselves. Exercise 6. Standing marches with a cross-body tap. Why does this matter? This one rebuilds two things at the same time. The hip and thigh strength you need to lift your feet cleanly with each step, so you don't shuffle and catch your toe. And just as importantly, the cross-body coordination that is one of your brain's most important balance jobs. When your left hand meets your right knee, you're firing the connection between the two sides of your brain, and that connection is the heart of smooth, coordinated walking. Here's how you do it. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair, both hands resting lightly on the back of it. Lift your right knee toward your chest, as high as is comfortable. As your knee rises, reach across and tap it with your left hand. Lower the leg with control. Then lift your left knee and tap it with your right hand. That's one repetition. Do 10 on each side, 20 total. Move slowly and deliberately. The tapping hand and the rising knee should meet at exactly the same moment. That precise timing is what trains your brain. A progress tip. Once this feels comfortable, try it without holding the chair, arms out to your sides instead. And eventually, try just 2 or 3 repetitions with your eyes gently closed to give your balance system a real workout. Exercise 7. The fixed point turn. Why does this matter? That dizzy, disoriented feeling when you turn, pivoting at the kitchen counter, turning to see who's behind you, getting up and changing direction. That is one of the single most common moments that leads to a fall after 70. This exercise trains that exact moment by teaching your eyes and your inner ear to work together while you rotate, which is precisely the job your balance system struggles with the most. Here's how you do it. Stand facing a wall with a sturdy chair or a countertop nearby just in case. Pick a fixed point at about eye level, a light switch, the corner of a picture frame, any clear little mark on the wall. Lock your eyes onto that point. Now take 3 slow steps as you make a complete turn all the way around, a full circle. As you turn, keep your eyes locked on that point for as long as you possibly can. And the very instant you can't anymore, whip your gaze back and find it again as you come around. Do 5 full turns per session. Start very slowly. As the weeks go by and it gets easier, you can gradually turn a little faster. What to focus on? Do not close your eyes on this one. The entire benefit comes from your eyes and your inner ear actively talking to each other during the turn. And stay close to that wall, especially in the first week. Exercise 8. Multi-direction weight shifts. Why does this matter? Most falls don't happen walking straight forward. They happen when you reach sideways, twist a little, or shift your weight in a direction you weren't ready for. This exercise trains your ability to move your weight in every direction and then recover back to center, which is the core skill your body uses to catch itself before a little stumble ever becomes a fall. Here's how you do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair, both hands resting lightly on the back, feet about hip-width apart, back straight. Slowly shift your weight onto your right foot, lifting your left foot just 1 inch off the floor. Hold for 3 seconds. Return to center. Now shift onto your left foot, lifting the right just 1 inch. Hold 3 seconds. Back to center. Now shift your weight gently forward onto the balls of your feet, just far enough to feel a little challenge without your heels coming up. Hold 3 seconds. Return. Then shift gently back onto your heels. Hold 3 seconds. Return. That full sequence, right, left, forward, back, is 1 round. Do 3 rounds. A progress tip. As you grow stronger, slowly lighten your grip on the chair. Full hands, then just fingertips, then eventually no hands at all. Each step down hands more of the work to your ankles, your hips, and your core, which is exactly where you want that strength to live. Now, before you go any further, I need you to stop for just a moment, because your safety is the most important thing here, and I would never forgive myself if anyone got hurt trying to follow along. First, please understand these exercises are meant for generally healthy older adults. If you've been diagnosed with a neurological condition like Parkinson's disease, if you've had a stroke, or if a doctor has told you that you have significant spine or balance-related conditions, please talk with your own physician or a licensed physical therapist before you try any of these. Your situation may need a modified or supervised version, and that is completely okay. There is no shame in that at all. It's just smart. Second, for the neck exercises in Group 1, never force anything. Those stretches and rotations should always feel like a gentle, mild pull. Never sharp, never pinching, and never ever paired with dizziness or a tingling sensation running down your arms. If you ever feel any of those things, stop immediately and check with your doctor before continuing. The neck is a sensitive area, and patience will always serve you far better than pushing too hard, too fast. Third, for the balance and walking exercises in Group 2, always have something within arm's reach before you start. A wall, a sturdy chair, a countertop, it doesn't matter which, as long as it's right there. And this isn't because I expect you to fall. It's because knowing that safety net is right beside you lets you train with more confidence and less tension. And that actually makes every single exercise work better. Fourth, please never do these in socks on a hard floor. Socks on a smooth surface are one of the most common causes of slips at home. Go barefoot if you can. It's actually ideal for balance training because your brain gets the most information straight from the soles of your feet. If you'd rather wear something, choose shoes with a good non-slip sole. And fifth, and most importantly of all, if at any point during any of these exercises you feel sharp pain, sudden dizziness, a feeling that the room is spinning, or anything that simply does not feel right, stop immediately. Do not push through it. There is no exercise here worth risking an injury over. Work at your own pace, progress on your own timeline, and let your body tell you when it's ready for a little more. That is how real, lasting change is built. Now let me show you the simplest way to fit all 8 of these into your day. Every morning, spend about 5 minutes on the 3 neck release exercises: the rotation, the side stretch, and the self-massage. Think of this as opening the door, clearing the path, so your balance system can get the clear information it needs all day long. Then, at any point during the day, even in short little 2-minute bursts, work through the 5 balance training exercises. The slow motion walk and the heel-to-toe walk you can do in any hallway. The marches, the turns, and the weight shifts can all be done in a small space right next to a chair. The whole routine takes less than 12 minutes total. And here's the secret. These work best a little bit every day rather than one long session once or twice a week. Don't skip the days when you feel steady. Honestly, those are the most important days of all. Every single repetition builds the pathway in your brain that fires automatically the next time your balance gets tested. You're doing the work now, so your body can protect you later, in that split second when it truly matters. So let's bring it home. The drifting, the wobbling, the reaching for the wall. None of that has to be the final chapter of your story. Your brain has not given up on you. It may simply need better information, looser muscles, and a little daily practice. When you give your brain the right kind of gentle challenge, day after day, it responds, slowly, quietly, steadily. And here's something I want you to hold on to. The people who improve the most are almost never the ones who push the hardest. They're the ones who simply show up every day, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because here's the truth. The brain very often improves before you can feel it. New pathways are being laid down. Old signals are waking back up. And then one ordinary morning, you walk across your kitchen and you suddenly realize something. You didn't reach for the wall, you just walked. So start small today. Do the neck release. Try the slow motion walk. That is more than enough for day one. Then add one more exercise every few days. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is simply to teach your body, one careful repetition at a time, how to trust the ground beneath you again. Give yourself 6 weeks of steady, gentle practice, and you may genuinely start to feel more control, more confidence, and more trust in your own 2 feet. And please, don't keep this to yourself. If you know someone who grabs the counter when they stand up, who started avoiding walks outside, or who feels nervous just turning around in the hallway, share this video with them. This simple information might be exactly what helps them feel safer, steadier, and more independent again. One last thing before you go. Balance is only one piece of the puzzle. The other half is leg strength. Because even when your balance gets sharper, your legs still need the raw power to catch you in that split second when it counts. That's exactly why I made a separate video on safe leg strengthening exercises for people over 70. No gym, no equipment, easy to follow right at home. That video is on your screen right now. Click it next, and I'll walk you through every step. And if this video helped you today, leave me a comment with the number 1. If it didn't, comment with a 0. Your honest feedback means the world to me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos made just for you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. This is Dr. Julian Wells, and here's to living life on your own terms, one steady step at a time.